Hello and welcome to a special On Point podcast. My name is Michael, aka the local boy, aka I'm tired, and I'm joined by the usual suspects. How's it going, guys? Good morning. Good morning.
I am an unusual suspect, I'll have you know.
Good morning.
Unusual unusual suspect. Oh man, so we are up, we're awake, or I guess
Oh, I'm awake. You look like you're fucking half past dead.
I'm awake, but it's just still, you know, we are here to not be disappointed. I'm hoping that we are not going to be disappointed. Right now, there's the pre-show.
Absolutely amazing on it.
Pre-show hosted by Jeff Keighley. I've been listening to some of it, but really there hasn't been anything that's been like breaking. The only thing that's kind of been like, oh, that's interesting is Dragon Age 11 is coming to the Xbox platform.
Wow.
Wow, his name is Anthrax. Cool.
Con este título, con este juego. Hizo mi infancia la más divertida de todas. Recuerdo que con el 3 la campaña me la pasé en todos los modos posibles.
I'm hoping
amigos, el modo en
that
línea,
we actually get something of substance. I'm hoping that Xbox/Microsoft has taken in what the previous other companies have done. Actually, out of all, this is essentially almost like the last stop for a lot. I mean, there's still a lot more events that are going to be happening throughout the rest of the year. Like Tokyo Game Show Live is going to be happening in September. Jeff Keighley's hosting a mini, like not direct, but an event that is at Gamescom at the end of August. But essentially, this is kind of like, and then Ubisoft has announced that they're going to be doing another presentation later on in the year, probably for Assassin's Creed. And then EA as well has announced that they're going to be doing something as well.
And taking a horde out at the center, at the literal.
But as far as like, and then apparently at some point we're gonna have a Nintendo Direct.
Why not a Lego's Gear?
I'm sick. Is it just me? I'm just sick and tired of this. I like having my E3 week. I liked it all kind of happening all in 1 month. Is it? Do you like this kind of like spread of gaming news? Okay, dude, you're.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I gotta turn you down, dude. You're too that enthusiastic. Anyways,
Oh, I was like, what? I haven't even said anything.
No. The guy on the showcase, the pre-show. In fact, I think I'm just gonna switch over. I was like, I'm just gonna switch it over to the Xbox thing. Just because I don't care what Jeff Keighley and company have to say. I don't think there's anything of substance that's happening.
Damn, shots fired, dude.
Sorry.
Jeff Keighley, you smell like anchovies.
God. And then I'll just check Twitter to see if there was something that was announced of substance. So with all that being said, is that something that I'd rather have everything kind of be announced in the traditional sense, because this whole summer game fest thing, having all these different like mini announcements spread out throughout the summer into the fall, I think it's kind of lame, to be honest. Maybe it's because like I'm not a big fan of hype culture.
Really, dude?
Yeah.
Really, dude? Thought you were the hype beast fucking. I thought this was hype beast central, dude.
I mean, I like hype, but like, I don't. I
I've
find
been burned too many times to be hyped about games.
Yeah.
Now it's always like a weary, like,
and especially,
I'll check it out.
and especially since, because I know how the sausage is made, in gaming. Like nobody can do a big blowout because of COVID. COVID has turned the world upside down. So not everybody can just annihilate like the game center and have everybody just be like, oh, although I mean, I'm hoping that this is it. I'm hoping that this event is that, because they were the first ones out. They were literally the first ones to like post COVID. They were the first big game company to do like this online presentation thing, and it was bad. The first Xbox event that they showed was pretty bad, and
I won't say it was bad. It was just exactly what they said it was going to be, and that was underwhelming.
and I mean,
it's definitely underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
But it was exactly what they said it was going to be. Launch window third-party games, which we should have all known meant bundles and bundles of trash vaporware, because that's what launch window third-party games always are.
Well, like even
Trash
like
vaporware.
I mean, the whole controversy too was like, oh, we're gonna show like Assassin's Creed Valhalla information, and it wasn't that. It wasn't as
There was a ton of information, and they showed gameplay, like 3.5 seconds of it, just like they promised.
just like they promised. Oh man. Well, whew, like I said, I don't know. I don't want to be caught up in the hype beast. I don't want to be caught up in hype beast culture, but like, okay, so we know that they're gonna show Halo stuff, but
Halo, Rare's game.
Yeah, so there
Wilds or whatever.
Yeah. Do you think the Twitter account for Fable and Perfect Dark, do you think that's a ploy? Do you think that's kind of like a something that they were just kind of like trying to throw people off the scent sort of thing?
Fable would not surprise me. A Perfect Dark game would surprise me. Especially since Rare is already doing a launch window title in Elder Ring.
Mm-hmm.
So a Perfect Dark, if there's a Perfect Dark, it won't be a launch window title. It'll be at least at least.
I want Tenchu, bro.
Tenchu? Well, that's they already made that game. It's called Sekiro.
No, not Sekiro. Ghost
like
of Tsushima.
Reveals stuff.
Ghost of Tsushima. Ow, my son.
Tsushima?
World premiere. I don't know what they're showing. I guess the last conference or something.
They are? Oh, hold on.
So generations.
Some sort of.
Oh, 12
pre-show.
minutes. That was last year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It was last year.
The Falconeer. The 12 minutes. 12 minutes is like it's an indie game that like it's a top-down perspective where like a dude is trying to save his wife and he's reliving the same night over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's H.G. Wells' Time Machine, only without a time machine.
Well, we don't know why he's really
Song of Iron looks terrible.
Mad Street.
Shredders, the snowboarding game that won't outsell the remake of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I can't wait for that. Dead State. Dude, you guys see the news yesterday about the not Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio?
Jet Set Radio. What happened?
So basically, it's a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio. It's called, oh man, I forgot what it was called.
There you go. Shredder,
but it's like
snowboarding
like
game.
the same
my
animation,
SSX,
the
so
same
that one
composer,
looks really
like
good.
the original composer
And
of
lots
Jet
great
Set
games
Radio,
coming to the ID
but it's like
Xbox program
hardcore.
We're excited about. All right, now though we have a pretty cool brand new game to show you.
Brand new
This is
game.
from a legendary
Is it fan-made?
game creator, and when I saw this,
I'm trying to find
the journey he wants to take us on with this
Bomb
game,
Rush
I was
Cyberpunk.
really excited and honored to have the opportunity to share
And
this
it's
with
by
you. So, this is a bit of a longer piece,
Hell
but it
yeah,
takes
dude.
you
I like that
into
name.
Team
the world of a
Reptile.
brand new game from a special
Reptile
creator
wins.
in Japan. Please check this out.
I
Yeah.
prefer Noob Saibot. Just saying.
World premiere.
Reptile.
All right, so this is a world. All right.
Hello, Xbox ファンの皆様。
I don't know, they said something about...
You-
That
Yuki
just
from
flashed
Square
Squeenix
Enix.
down at the bottom.
不思議な
What's
不
that?
思議な物語をお届けに参
Did
り
that
ます。
just flash Squeenix at the
僕は
bottom
現
when
在
they
ス
went
クエ
into
ニッ
this
クスに
trailer?
てバランカンパニーという新しいブランドを立ち上げ
Which
ま
one?
した
We should all watch
Wait,
this
that
video,
had its
by the way.
Lucas-
Oh my God, co-creator Sonic and
オートナウ
Knights.
トと20年ぶりにタッグを組んでアクションゲーム
Oh
を
snap.
Bomb.
中さん
A
が
new
スクエニ
Squeenix
ックス
company.
に行くと
Oh,
知った
so
時
it's
は
like
びっくり
a-
しました。僕も
Is
驚
it
い
like
た。
an indie company? I already had an indie company
一緒に
in.
タッグを組んでゲ
No,
ー
it's
ムを
just a
作れ
new
ること
Squeenix
そし
brand.
て僕たちの
Okay.
得意
Using
と
a
する
few
ゲーム作り
legendary
と
directors.
スクエニックスが得意とする物語や
I mean,
音
Sonic
楽
and
が合
Knights,
わさり
man.
誰
That's
も
gonna be
体
feel
験した
good.
ことのない新しいゲームを世界中の皆様に
Oh
お
my
届
god.
けできることを
What
と
stream are
て
you
も
guys
嬉しく
watching?
思います。
I'm
今
I'm
日
watching
僕
right
たちが
now
皆様
the
にお届けするのは
Jeff
アクションゲーム
Keighley
の全てを詰め
on.
込んだアクションゲ
Well,
ームオブ
so there's the
アクション
YouTube.
Xbox Showcase pre-show on YouTube Gaming.
Yeah, it's on
アク
Twitch,
ションゲームにミュージカルの世界観を
on
持ち込ん
YouTube,
で
and then
Yeah.
the actual
The
official the
pre-shows only on YouTube
を使い
Yeah.
進んでいくゲームになります。
Bolton.
苦悩や葛藤、人は誰しもがポジティブな気持ちとネガティブな気持ちのバランスを保ちながら生きています。
You okay?
しかしそのバランスが
I
崩れ
got a
た
lot of mucus buildup
あ
in
な
my
たは
throat
バラ
for
ン
some
シア
reason.
ターに迷い込みます悩める12
I think
人
the
のキャ
coffee
スト
knocked
たちの
something
心象
loose.
世界をあなたはさまざまなアクションを駆使して進んでいきますアクションの一つ一つが衣装に割り当てられておりその数はなんと
This is actually a pretty good announcement. I'm a big fan of this.
衣装を次々に着替えながら
Jumping Jack,
各ステージ
Chrono
に
Hair,
散りば
Bubble
めら
Blower,
れた
Dust
謎
Butterfly,
解き
Flowery Flower.
そしてネガティブな気持ちにとらわれてしまったキ
Okay,
ャストた
okay,
ちの
Jeff,
心
you
を
brought something. You brought something pretty
取り
pretty
戻してあげ
unique.
てください
Also, did you see the part where they
本
said
作
single
は
button
24
press?
言語に対応予定です。
For what?
Xbox One、さらに Xbox シリーズ X にももちろん対応し、
This game
片方のコンソール
A
を
single
持っていれ
button
ば
press.
どちらで
sensitive
も遊
single
んでい
button
ただける
press.
スマートデリバリーにも対応する予定です。
No, I didn't see that
世
part.
界中の皆様に 4K の最高画質
Is
で
this gonna be
本
an
作の
Xbox
世界を隅々まで楽しん
launch
でいただき
title?
ます。ワンダーワールドの世界で皆様をお待ちしています。最後に今日は全世界初公開
I
の
like
映
how-
像を準備いたしましたのでどうぞご覧ください。
That's so cool. That top hat.
タイム
It's not that great, dude.
I loved Knights growing up, man. Knights was a legit jam.
That you visit when you come to a
Yeah, your stream is like ahead by like 40 or 30 seconds.
Well, just watch YouTube gaming. Go to, wow, it looks pretty complete. Square Enix presents a wondrous new world.
Yeah, whose stream are you watching on YouTube Gaming? Because yours is like ahead of the official Xbox One.
The Game Awards.
I'm literally watching the official. I'll link it in.
Over 80 different
Where is it?
costumes, unlocking unique
Here,
options and abilities.
Here, I'll message it here.
I'm just.
Because this one's ahead too. That's why I was like, dude, what the fuck? You're like a whole 30 seconds ahead. I'm like, what are you,
I'm
what are you
literally
talking
just. I
about?
literally went to Jeff Keighley's YouTube official link, so I'm watching the official pre-show link.
The Game Awards has it super. Uh-oh. My man just went Super Saiyan. He just went Majin Vegeta Super Saiyan, dude.
Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, you saw him touch him. How could somebody resist when they've taken total control of their mind?
Fallen.
Look into your
Is that
eyes
how you
to
pronounce
discover
it?
what's most precious.
Fallen. P-L-A-N. Fallen.
cheesy.
Oh, wait.
Balan Wonderworld. Every moment is an adventure.
Every moment is an adventure.
Cada momento es una aventura. Boom.
¿Por qué?
Shut up. ¿Por qué?
There it is, the announcement of Balan Wonderworld.
Did Dan drop out?
Was
Joe
such a
Cogley.
special and important game.
I
to me.
dropped
I
you?
wanna thank
Okay.
Solid Square Enix
Tried
for sharing that.
Dude,
Try coming back in
with us here on the pre-show. There's even more good stuff though coming up at the top of the hour. We are just 6 minutes away, so we're gonna have.
I'm gonna add you back
join
in.
us here as we count down in the final 5 minutes. We got Matt Pat joining us live from the Game Theorist headquarters.
It's over. I could check out right now. I am
Oh,
sold. Balan
alright.
Wonderworld, #1 game.
Dude,
over.
if you're
Stand
tired
aside
of
Halo
dude,
Infinite.
I'm never
That
want
was
to
what
see
I
Matt
needed to
Pat,
see.
dude.
I was gonna say I was pretty excited when we got that. I'm like, okay, this pre-show is gonna be pretty good.
Just
That's an
the
exciting announcement.
unfunniest,
Yeah, just a
All right.
most overproduced garbage on YouTube. No offense, but god damn,
What is?
Matt Pat,
I think there's some.
just shut up and agree with me, dude. I
Damn,
need a yes
man.
man today.
Yes, man.
Yeah, dude, I need a yeah, man. I feel you, bro.
I thought that was
But
good.
seriously, have you ever wondered how big Luigi's dick is?
No, God.
No.
What is wrong with
That's
you?
what that's Matt Pat's content. What are you talking about? He made a whole video on it.
Did he really?
Yes.
I didn't need to know that, man. I didn't need to know that. I just needed to know if he figured out any clues about FNAF or Undertale, because that's what I really figured. Like, he's like, I'll go, oh, he's the FNAF like theorist and game or Undertale.
I think he deleted it.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I would assume he should have. See. No, shut up.
Yeah, no, it's still up.
That's funny. Dozens of partner Twitch streamers with hundreds of thousands of views are restreaming YouTube's exclusive pre-show. It's hilarious. That is true. That is very, very true. So, we got what? 3 minutes?
Point it.
Alright, so back to before. So, Halo, duh. How many games do you think is going to be launched on Xbox Series X?
A lot, because you're going to have a lot that launch early and are forward compatible. Right, because we already know Madden is going to be forwards compatible.
I mean, game optimized.
Yeah, well, no, it's forward compatible, so it's going to be on Series X, and you'll get the new edition when you.
That's what they're
you
calling.
upgrade
That's
your
what they're
console.
calling is that the
I'm saying,
optimized for
they're
a Series X.
They're going to have a lot of launch titles, but most of them will already be available.
Fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day 2, dude.
No,
God.
it's a game that does not need a sequel. It will not translate to the modern era.
Yes, it will. It will perfectly. You don't know what you're
Conker's
talking
was
about.
great
man.
in the N64 era, in the early 2000s, coming out of the 90s. It was the perfect transition from like in-your-face insult humor to like ridiculous body humor that marked the early 2000s, and it's a game that will not like. We all have nostalgia, but it will not survive in today's climate.
Unless it was done by like Devolver Digital, who is like completely. It's not that they're not tone deaf, but they can take a game like that and just kind of modernize it a little bit.
Devolver's the exact
South
opposite
Park
of tone deaf.
guys.
They are tone perfect. They know exactly how to get away with it, how far to push things.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If like
the South Park guys, dude.
even they're
well, they're satirical and they get in trouble irregularly. They just put out so much that it's blown past by the next episode.
Oh, you thought that last one offended you?
Well, and that's part of it. A, they don't care if they offend, but B, they've also like done some hilarious or bad, like when Man Bear Pig turns out to be real.
Yeah.
As there actually global warming was a problem, we were wrong.
I think.
I mean, Al Gore's still the worst figurehead for the movement you can have, but hey, Man Bear Pig was real. Our bad.
Man Bear Pig was real. Sorry, I'm still kind of blown away by that announcement. I'm like, wow, that actually was a pretty sleeper announcer hit. I'm more excited about that than fucking Halo. Because I was just thinking about that the other night. I was like, there are two camps of Halo. And I think somebody used this analogy perfectly. There are people who are like the original trilogy, like Star Wars trilogy, that just like New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. That's Halo 1 through 3. And then there are people who like the new Halo, which is the 4, Reach, and 5, right? Because they're two separate styles of Halo gameplay. And we need a Force Awakens, but we don't want it to lead to a Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker. But we definitely need like a Force Awakens. We need like a reinvigoration of the Halo franchise, and I don't know what that looks like. Because the landscape of first-person shooters are so different now. Like, obviously, you're gonna need a battle. Like, do you need a battle royale in Halo? Do you want fast gunplay? Do you want an Overwatch? Like, what is a new Halo in the modern era?
How about just a TDM game, man? We don't have any really good ones. I mean, everything is just BR exclusive. Like what COD is TDM, but like even then it's like, oh yeah, we throw it in there, but whatever. It's like,
all right. Oh, it's starting. That's the.
Oh wow, it's like immediate.
Yeah, it's like it just jumped right into it.
Peggy 18. I don't know what that means.
Oh, there's a. I saw. Oh, there's Scribblenauts.
Space Odyssey 2021.
That looks new. I forgot that Double Fine got bought out by Microsoft.
Yes.
I totally forgot about that. I cannot wait for Scribblenauts 2. Scribblenauts, Psychonauts, God. My brain.
Psychonauts.
Okay, what is this? Station. Orbital Station.
Oh, this is gonna be Halo 5 Infinite. I'm sure.
Yeah, that looks like the armor.
Everybody wants, but
oh, this stream is all kinds of buggy. Whose armor are they grabbing, dude?
Master Chiefs, because like it's gonna. Dang.
It's always
drafted.
Criminal after 5
is now complete.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Master Chief. That's the Mjolnir Exosuit. So that's 2 Spartan Mark 2s.
Yeah.
Even though this technology will save humanity in the world
Man, this is some weird Gundam.
So yeah, like I really want to know, what is a new Halo game in 2020 and on?
Cannot rise on its own.
Is this the voice of Cortana?
Or the Doctor?
Titanium
Yeah.
alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction.
I think, maybe.
Armor cannot hope.
And there's John 117.
Initialize?
It all means nothing until you step inside.
This is Captain Chief.
And apparently this is a soft, it's like a soft reboot of the Halo franchise. So I'm not sure if any of the other Oh wow.
Is gonna be in a
Or
distant
demo.
future.
Are they gonna do like play the demo now?
Oh, how awesome would that be? I mean, that's what they did at E3 though last year.
160.
This is gonna be out now.
Yep, this is death.
Oh snap. So 167 days since we lost.
I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, shit.
Hell yes, dude. Fire right into another turret. I seriously doubt Master Chief cares. Titanium forest. Titanium plating forest.
I can't stand this. Who you are? Breathe. No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
The Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh. Please. Let me see what I can find.
Shot.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Damn, you're clingy, bro.
He just wants to get home to his wife and daughter. If you saw like the Holovid thing. Jesus. All right.
Dude, it must be just intimidating as fuck trying to talk to him. Just being like, dude, just let me go. I'm just looking up at this like 7
Palm
foot.
trees look so nice. I'm just, my nose is stuffing up from here. Ah, killing grunts.
Okay, so there's no or what's it called? No aiming down sights.
That's the original.
Well, there probably is, but you never bothered. So.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like
there might be. They haven't shown it yet. I'm sure the sniper at the very least will
snap.
have ADS.
oh, just to conveniently place
Drip.
So why is humanity fighting the Covenant if the Banished are the bad guys?
We don't know what the Banished are.
Ooh, you should
Nice.
whip that shit? God damn. Deja vu.
I guess that's fair. It could be one of the Covenant sects.
Oh shit, open world, dude.
Oh yeah, it does look open world. Open world objectives.
Oh, it looks like you gotta climb up towers to reveal the map.
Oh god.
Oh my god, he's gonna jump into haystacks, dude. What is this game?
Oh, that's nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Blue, come on.
Come on, dude, where's the achievement unlocked?
Okay, so whatever I guess the Banish are like what it look okay. New gun. Yep, aim down sights. Cool.
Yeah.
Recovery shield. So it's COD. Yeah, Halo 2. I mean.
It's one of the big changes in 2 is the lack of health.
Picked up fusion core. What's a fusion core?
Probably. Looks like those might be he's got the left and right, the left trigger, left bumper ability, so that might be related to fusion. No, those are arm recharge.
So the grappling hook.
So,
Yeah, that's the grappling hook's a new thing. That was something that pointed out on the covers that there's a grappling hook mechanic.
Yeah, if you so that the grappling hook's on left buffer.
Yeah.
And it recharges. It looks like the thing on left trigger are what those fusion coils are.
I wonder if you return back to the original Halo.
No, the original Halo was destroyed.
Was it destroyed?
Yes, you blowed it up.
Yeah, you did.
Nuke it for the swarm
Ooh,
shit.
is that a new species? No, that's never mind. Oh, that dude, that fucking, what's it called, just threw the grunt.
It's like goblins and blood.
Okay,
Oh,
this
there we
is
go. That one called it out. The G-Man.
this is definitely. There's a grappling hook.
Shot.
Okay, and it's red, so you can only use it. You can only use the grappling. No,
Nope. Not a shot.
fusion core.
Ooh, I like this one. You man. It's hot, dude. Ooh.
Like Master Chief.
I like how he threw it at that gun, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'll use it." God, if I'm gonna have to find a way to get an Xbox to play this demo.
Mobile armor. He knocked the helmet off.
The Bulldog.
Combat shot.
Grappling hook could be a little bit faster. I know I'm being nitpicky right now, but it feels a little bit slow.
Actually, it has a fairly realistic speed that fits with Halo.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I mean, you don't want it.
I want it to feel heavy.
Yeah, you want Master Chief to feel heavy, but you also don't want it to be like lightning fast. You don't want Master Chief to become a ninja.
So apparently, in X, the tactical game is where like the Banished are from. The Halo Wars 2. They go into the lore of that.
One step ahead. Always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will
The
of
pseudo armor just looks so
Atrion.
imposing because he's just like, is he listening to me or is he just standing there asleep?
I grew weary.
Who's Atriox? I'm trying to remember. That name sounds so familiar. God, my Halo lore is way off right now.
I don't know anything about Halo lore, but I do know Master Chief is called Master Chief. This Master Chief
is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story.
Yeah, this Nosferatu looks wicked, dude.
Outlive us both. Set a fire in your hearts, Spartans. Bare your fangs.
Are they like a
Fight
warrior
hard.
race?
Die well.
Yeah, they're like a late adoption to the Covenant. They showed up in Halo.
It's because
2, I think.
because the Arbiter race, so I forget they're called. They failed the Covenant, and so one of the prophets was like, "Well, we're gonna bring in this race to kind of fill the void because you kind of screwed up."
We hope you enjoyed
because
your
they lost the
look at
first
Halo
ring.
Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of
And
the
the
team at
rings were,
343,
the rings to
and we're thrilled
the
to share a
Covenant
hint
were
of the
a
epic
holy.
battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey.
What's it called? Holy
This is the most
sanctified ground.
ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time,
All
players will have the
Forerunner
freedom to explore
tag
a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two
But
Halo games
also it
combined.
was because the Arbiter
Halo
race,
Infinite has been built from the ground up
through
to
the
take full
events of
advantage
Halo
of
1,
Xbox
found out
Series
that
X.
humans are like
Bigger battles, epic
the ones
vistas,
chosen
more
by the
complex visual
Forerunners
effects,
to Earth to
displayed
take over,
with 10 times the processing
to
power
wear the
per
mantle of
pixel of Halo 5.
responsibility,
This will be
whereas
running at a
the
flawless 60
Covenant
frames per second
preaches
and will
that
allow
the
us to bring the
prophets
Halo
were
ring to life in ways that have never been possible
someday
before.
going to
We look
become
forward to
worthy
sharing
of
even more
wearing
about
the
Halo
mantle of
Infinite in the coming
responsibility.
months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family.
By the
have
way,
been
you're out of
working
frame, Dan.
World premiere.
Okay.
So no multiplayer yet.
Well, no, they're gonna go into multiplayer right now.
They said they were going to show it in the coming months.
Oh, okay. Okay. Battlegrounds.
Nah. Survival game. Zombies.
Let me guess. Crafting, survival, early access.
Nah, this will probably come out during. This will probably be a launch title or a launch window title. There's probably going to be a bunch of small-scale launch window titles. We'll see.
State of Decay 3.
Oh, that would be so hot.
I mean, it's LLE. What was it? That tag LLE something.
Oh, UD Undead Labs is
yeah.
Who does State of Decay?
Nah, State of Decay wouldn't have wolves in it.
I mean, they might.
As blood.
The whole thing about State of Decay 2 is that the virus is mutating.
She wouldn't touch that, dude. I don't know why you feel comfortable.
Uh-oh. See? Oh, shit!
The virus is mutating?
Yeah! I called it! I called it! I was like, called it!
That is hilarious. You really did fucking swinging a home run, dude.
Called it.
Welcome everyone to the Xbox Game Showcase.
Thank you, production.
Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox game studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games.
2 one though.
What you'll see today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions.
I was like, I got
the Forest 2.
My only thing is
we believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play. And we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible.
But who wears baby blue shirts?
So Game Pass members,
come on, dude.
You can
I'm just glad it's production, man. No fucking Zoom call. Oh my god. Or Teams, sorry. Microsoft has Teams.
And play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console.
Yay.
And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio
I really
that
like
has
the way they
always
built
pushed
this.
the limits of our hardware is Turn 10.
Like aesthetically, I
and they're
prefer
early in
the
development
Xbox
on
over
the
the
next
fucking
Forza Motorsport.
PS4,
and Xbox
5,
Series
whatever
X
fucking
is bringing them
The
closer
Wi-Fi
to their
router?
dream of
Yes,
unprecedented
dude. Oh my
realism
god, it's perfect.
with ray tracing and native 4K resolution.
Forza team
all
doing Crimson
at 60
Skies.
frames per second.
Well, and
The trailer you're about to see
Crimson
was
Skies would be so
captured
hot.
completely in engine.
I mean, he did mention it was the #1
World
requested,
premiere.
The #1 requested game for backwards compatibility.
or just a game in
This is
general.
going to be the
Forza
new
Horizon
Forza
5?
We didn't have one this year.
Yeah.
They did Motorsport, so this would be Horizon or just.
I always get confused by the Horizon. Like, so Horizon's the open world.
Motorsports is racing on like tracks.
Yeah, like F1 and
Horizon is like
Free roam.
Free roam. Yeah.
This looks like track though.
yeah. This is
This
definitely
looks
an
like
F1
Motorsport.
GT, Gran Turismo, F Formula.
This is Motorsport.
This is a world premiere, so
Yeah.
it can't be the other racing game.
Oh, it said it in the back there for a second. Forza something.
No, Forza Motorsports.
God, I can't stand hypercars, dude. They're so butt fucking ugly. Yeah, it's Motorsport. Like, I can't stand
Rare.
hypercars.
Let's go. Fable, or new IP. Banjo Kazooie, new Banjo Kazooie.
Our world
This definitely looks
has a
very
rhythm.
Banjo Kazooie like,
We all
but it's going to be
sense it.
Everwild.
But
What's
only a
that new
few
game? We already know they're
truly
doing.
feel
Yeah,
it.
Everwild. So this one's not a new announcement.
It is found
just a
in the
new.
smallest
Yeah, it didn't say
moments.
world premiere.
In every step of a perilous journey.
I wish I could rock white hair.
In the symmetry of ritual.
What a dumbass.
Game has really colorful
In the
art.
bonds we share.
Through dance, we control nature. Oh God.
And in moments of stillness.
Survival crafting. Early access.
Ooh, druids.
It teaches us to look beyond the expected.
Fucking hippies.
Dang. That's gross.
To be a light in dark places.
It's gonna be a
To
Yankee
seek
dog.
answers.
Technology's bad. Nature good.
And to stand watch
Really is
over
like
our world.
predictable. We lost ourselves, bro.
Our world has a rhythm.
Fucking druids.
We all sense it.
Oh, look, they're helping the stupid deer. Maybe you should evolve.
But
How about that?
only a
How about grow
few
some fucking fangs?
Or a mutate.
Don't get your, yeah, you grow some fucking useful limbs or something. A gun on your shoulder. How about that?
Gameplay, so I know exactly if this is like a tap A to dance, and game's not. Right? Like, what are you doing?
Dude, it's a rhythm game, dude.
That I.
I was gonna say, is it like the first open world rhythm game?
Yeah, I believe it.
Fucking hilarious. And that'd be like,
will give
damn,
to you
dude,
a
first ever.
magical and untamed natural
Come on, dude,
world
you gotta
for you
dance.
to explore and to just truly lose yourself in.
And just so you know,
it's a place to be
that we're totally down
and
with the
Eternal
open world.
has
We're giving
the
you
gift
someone
to
who's
sense
Irish.
and feel how magic flows
Right.
through nature and
'Cause
connects
Magic
every
flows
living
through
thing.
nature.
The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something.
I'm still
like
waiting for the.
Everwild.
I'm still
And I hope
waiting
you're
for someone to do a
excited
magic
too, but I
system
just wanna
like
take
Dark
this
Sun, where it's like
opportunity to say a
magic flows through nature,
massive
and
thank
in
you
order
to
for people to
everyone who's
access it,
shown their
we have to
support
destroy nature and
and
steal
love
its power.
and for the incredible,
Unleash
awesome,
devastation.
positive community
That-
that's
I
already
mean,
growing
they've been
around this
teasing
game. Thank you, thank you, thank
Dark
you.
Sun.
Dying.
They've been teasing Dark Sun for 5th edition for a while now. They just have to get through all of their like
I just got
Forgotten
hit with a
Realm
flood of
bullshit.
memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seen
Here's their
Allison?
answer to last.
Mom?
That deludes of us.
Allison?
Yeah.
Well, this is the transgender don't nod game.
It doesn't matter that they don't believe us.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense. But we couldn't be sure.
Don't matter.
Jeez. The mom hunting down the
It
kid.
doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
Boy, that's
Brother,
everybody's
sister,
granny.
we look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth
Strong kid, get up.
feels impossible.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
Your Oni-chan.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional.
I hope they.
Everything we thought we knew
This is
about
a
Marianne
really,
just got
really
thrown out the
tough,
window.
tough subject to nail. Don't nod. Don't fuck it up.
She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our
Transitioning,
lives.
mental instability, like oof. That's a lot of hot
Nothing
red
good comes from
buttons to
stirring
press.
up old memories.
So woke, dude. Hell
We
yes,
don't
dude.
really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
That. America.
I can't do this. Stop!
Tell me why. Oh, sweet. Wow. Okay. Is it
Oh, so it's gonna
Xbox?
be a Telltale style.
Yeah, it's Telltale style.
Meh.
But it's, I mean, it's don't nod. That's all they do.
Meh.
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady. I'm
So
the co-founder
so
and
Game
director
Pass
of
members,
technology
you
at
can
Moon
play
Studios.
every game you see
we're
today from
very
your
excited
subscription
to
or
tell
free
you
to
that
play.
We're working on a very,
Well,
very
yeah, these are
special
all
version of
Microsoft
Ori and
owned
the Will of the
studios,
Wisps,
so-
Yeah.
specifically for Xbox Series X. We're now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously
You
absolutely
know what I
impossible
love
on
and
any
hate about
console.
Ori?
An already gorgeous game like Ori can now run at
I
120 hertz
that
refresh rate in full
it's such a
4K
great
HDR
game,
in its
but the
highest
fan base
quality,
is like,
delivering
put it on
unprecedented
Switch.
game feel with silky smooth animation.
That's
super
their
crisp
immediate
shot
like
image,
response.
and low
Their
input
immediate
latency,
response
which
is
is
put
just
it on
so
Switch.
important for the tight and precise platforming
Yeah.
feel of this game.
And since
We
they
can
put
also
the
boost
first game on
immersion
Switch,
in different
they're just
spaces in our world
their whole
by using
expectation now is to put it
premium
on Switch.
audio tech that we previously just could
And
not
I feel like
simulate
that's
in
really
real
just
time.
like a
And with all of
a
this crazy
compromise
hardware
that
power,
Microsoft
we
made
can
the
give
first
our
time
players more
that they're
options
just gonna
with how
forever
they want
feel
to
every
play our
single
game.
time now.
We can't wait
Same
for
thing
all
with
of you to
Cuphead.
experience this very special version of Ori
Because
coming to Xbox Series
Xbox
X and
embraced
Smart Delivery
indies
later
before
this year.
everyone else with Xbox Summer Gaming. Nintendo never ever gave indies a fair shake until the end of the Wii U. Private Division, okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it's
the furthest reaches of the universe.
Is this the
comes
first
biggest
expansion?
mystery in the galaxy.
Yeah, it's gotta
An
be.
abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid. A sordid stopover. Full of salacious secrets.
Salacious secrets.
And scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today.
Did well.
With the right kind
Yeah,
of case.
Outer Worlds did really well.
A miracle drug can put you on the wrong side of a gun.
But I wish
Or sword. Or this thing.
Or this thing.
Thrills. Danger.
All Outer Wilds
Word of
did for
advice
me
before you
is
go,
triggered
Captain?
that I just wish
Trust no one.
I wish Bethesda did better with Fallout.
Yeah.
What will you find on Gorgon?
It's impossible.
Outer Worlds, Peril of the Gorgon.
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
September 9th. Okay. Obsidian Private Division. And Obsidian's now owned by Xbox now, right?
Yes.
And
so's in Exile.
yeah.
If
Which
you're
they should just reform and become Black Isle.
For the biggest game of the year.
Isle from Street Fighter?
Then
No,
wait
Black Isle.
for Cyberpunk.
Black Isle was the RPG arm of Interplay
But if you're
that did the
ready
original
for
Baldur's Gate
the
games,
smallest,
the first,
we've got you covered.
the first Star Wars Revan game, I forget what they call it.
From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games that are nothing like this one.
Classic RPGs, Fallout, but then kind of got the shaft.
This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just
actually
feed
kinda
your
funny.
friend to the spiders.
Did you see that? Did you catch that
Feed your
Cyberpunk
friend.
thing?
Solo.
Yeah.
Feed your friend to the spiders. That's pretty. I feel like this is a very like Sea of
I'm
Thieves.
looking forward to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Sea of Thieves edition.
Yeah, it's like Sea of Thieves edition.
Oh, Battletoads.
Yeah.
See him hanging out on the Raz toy.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Grounded.
Great.
Smart delivery.
Yeah, and you can already pre-download that on your Game
At
Pass.
Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we
pretty
do
cool.
every day
Yay,
when we come to the
Figure
office,
Cart.
and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game
July
Preview
28th.
and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Ooh, new Obsidian RPG.
World premiere.
Scalebound?
No, that's Platinum.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it was Platinum with
Obsidian. Yeah.
World premiere.
We have always known war.
And war never changes. What if the apocalypse happened in the Dark Ages?
War never changes.
Well, it's not gonna be Baldur's Gate because that Swedish company has Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
grows into queens and kings.
Is this Fables? That'd be fucking hilarious.
Our foes.
Boy, this
Now our oaths
got
are
some
lost,
distance, bro.
forsaken.
Dark. Oh.
And you must face the monsters. Our sins have borne.
The Witcher? Oh wait, something's already done that.
Yeah. It could be a brand new IP.
That looks like the Balrog coming though. This looks like a Middle Earth game.
Avowed. Oh, it's a new IP. Avowed.
For those watching, IP stands for intellectual property.
Clever.
Like Skyrim, but from Obsidian, it's like, dude.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment
one thing I do want to mention. Do we see Skyrim?
This epic game is the one they want to make.
I straight up no, for real. Do we see Skyrim?
This is Obsidian
not here
at their
because this is
best.
first party.
And it is being
I know,
built
but
I think we'll get the Skyrim announcement
full
before.
advantage of the power
My name is
Xbox
Bon
Series
How
X.
Hard.
At Xbox Game Studios, we also
check
work
out
with
the new
independent
Skyrim
developers,
on
always with the goal of
Xbox.
empowering them
Series
to bring
X.
their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our
Interior
industry.
Night.
Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely 100% honest.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night.
I sleep on fantasy
Our
games.
team is really passionate.
It's Resident
about
Sleeper for
interactive
me.
Storytelling, because when you play
I
a
Resident
story,
Sleeper so bad
you step
on
into the character's
fantasy
shoes.
games.
You get to experience
fantasy
their
games.
fears, their hopes,
I don't.
their conflicts
think fantasy is
firsthand.
lame.
And in the process, you learn more
It
about
depends
yourself.
on how much of a slave
And
to
this
like
is quite
Falconeer is.
powerful.
I think
Our
fantasy is
first game
interesting when it
spans
doesn't care
30
about the
years
molds.
in the American Southwest.
I think fantasy
It's
is
a
kind of
story
boring.
about
It's
family,
just the same stuff
resilience,
that's
and
been
sacrifice.
like republished.
But most of all, it's about how
Exactly, dude,
you
fucking-
will shape the fate of real,
Like, come on, you
flawed
love The
people
Witcher, Farah,
trying
and
to
that's
find their
fantasy.
way
Nah,
in
I'm
a
not.
world they
I
don't fit
I
in.
like
I hope you enjoy the
I like
trailer.
Geralt.
Geralt, you mean?
Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia, the Butcher of Blaviken Bay.
World
premiere. Alright, let's go.
Ignite. Is it Ignite or?
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
Interactive drama. Donut's already making your interactive drama.
For mine, it was the end of the road.
Morning.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long-forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
Huh. Okay. I mean, we already have the Donut game. Ninja Theory.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on
Hellblade
all of our
Setsuna.
projects, including Senua's Saga
Or
Hellblade 2,
Senua.
which we announced at the Game Awards back in December.
They've
An
already announced
incredible
Hellblade 2. I'm sure we'll see a
3.5
trailer.
million
The
players
question
have
is,
now
will it be
experienced
followed
Senua's
up
story
by
in
Ninja
Hellblade
Gaiden?
Senua's Sacrifice.
That's
We're
still
excited
owned
to
by
start
what's
giving
his
you an
face?
insight into what comes next
The
for our
original
Celtic
creator.
Warrior. An experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the
My
beautiful
only
country
problem with the
of
sequel to
Iceland.
that game
Iceland.
is I feel like if there's a sequel,
And you can find out more
they'll
about
have
our
to
location
lean
scouting and
too
how
hard
we've
into
discovered the history
definitely
of our
real
setting
or definitely
in a brand
madness.
new
Like I don't see them
behind-the-scenes
continuing,
development diary
like
which you
continuing
can
to walk
view
that
straight
line.
after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
Go to our official YouTube page to find out more.
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade's Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of
They're
Senua's
like grateful,
story
just
so
like we were
far.
an indie studio, now we're bought
We're
by a big
excited for you to be
Microsoft.
part of
Thank
our
God we have
journey from
we
here
have
on out.
job security
And a budget.
and a budget. Oh, yay! Psychonauts.
Woohoo!
Been forever. It's been over 40 years. 20th anniversary. 20 years. God, no way.
The original Kickstart company.
Yeah, it is the original Kickstart company.
Who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song.
Peter.
Hey, if Jack Black's in there, does that mean we're gonna get a sequel to Brutal Legend finally?
That game was so disappointing.
That game was so great.
I hate
It
tower
was
defense.
like the
Probably
yeah,
been a
but
long
there were
time
like
since
2
you got a
times
visitor.
where you had to tower defend in the game.
I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
It's a quiet place.
Oh, Mode of Light. That's Jack Black.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown.
Hell yeah.
At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started healing. Now I can feel out the galaxy.
God, I like. Well, I don't like. It's so crazy how this game got announced on the PlayStation Showcase like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and now we've gone full circle on Xbox. Tim Schafer was like, "I just need money, man. Just give me that money, please. I need money to make my games."
Senses are the magic keys.
And it's like, oh, I can afford to put Jack Black in my game again.
This looks terrible. I don't understand. Like, you obviously did not play the original like 20 years ago.
What do you mean it looks terrible? I think it looks.
People in the comments on the Xbox Twitch channel.
Oh, whatever. They don't know shit.
So that shit falls, dude. It's art style.
Yeah, it's the art style, man. Although what antagonist is this? Did he dive too much? Is it Inception levels? He dived too much into the brain? Okay. Come on. There's gotta be one more thing.
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing
Yeah, we
games
got
built by
23 minutes
Xbox
left.
Game Studios.
Do we? Oh
And there is
yeah,
just
you're
so
right.
much
I
more
forgot
for
this
you
is
to
an
play
hour.
on Xbox.
Oh,
We are partnering
thank
with
you, Dan.
thousands of creators.
my
from the
heart
largest
beats still. I was
publishers
like,
to the
is
smallest
it over?
independent developers
Please don't let it
to
be
bring you the
over.
broadest variety of games
I mean,
ever.
so far they've
There is one developer in
exceeded my
particular that
expectations.
3 is the
Not just
only
geographically,
new
but in
game,
history,
right? The only
too.
one we didn't know. Oh, and
I'm
Dust-
thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring
the
Destiny
Dawn
2
or
to
Dust.
Xbox Series X
God, what is it called?
and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10
Yeah,
million
the-
Game Pass
the
subscribers,
adventure, the weirdo interactive story game.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it is. No, we
And
got.
the
So we got
Squeenix game,
Avowed.
but that was
We got
technically in the pre-showcase.
we got Obsidian's new Avowed.
Oh yeah, Avowed. But
Avowed.
Avowed definitely won't be a launch title.
As Dusk Falls.
A new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox
I'm
Series
trying to think
X.
of things that might actually be
4K
launch titles or
resolution
launch
running at
window
60
titles.
Okay.
And
frames per
Avowed
second.
definitely doesn't fit there.
Here's
Nah,
an
Avowed-
all-new look at
As
Bungie's
Dusk Falls
Destiny 2 Beyond
probably
Light.
will be. Because those usually don't take all that long to make.
Boo!
Nobody cares, not an exclusive.
Boo!
Nobody cares.
Every moment brings them closer.
This is
It's time to
for
step
a games
beyond
of
the
service.
light.
This is the pinnacle, and it still sucks. Games of service fails, guys. That's why Marvel's Avengers is gonna be terrible, and I'm gonna lose. Oh, I don't want to. I'll bring it up afterwards, Vic. But I might do something in protest, which will like get me totally screwed. I might, because I hate Last of Us Part 2 so much, I might just drop it in my roster.
Loots of Us Part 2, you mean?
I don't think that game deserves the score that it got. So I shouldn't benefit from that pick. Odd.
From games rated on hype and or purchase reviews.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want,
I also think
thanks to
Last of Us
Xbox
Part 2
Game
though
Pass.
is the kind of game
Some
that
of the world's
benefits
most
from the way
inspired
reviews are done.
developers are working on games for Xbox
In
Series
that
X, and we're just honored to be
It
able to
takes a while
collaborate
for
with
that
them.
loop of what you're doing
Xbox
to start
Series
getting
X
really
will empower
obnoxious.
both new
No,
and
I don't even
experienced
care about.
creators,
It was
bring
just the
future of
story
games to life
sucked.
like never before.
It was-
Well, yeah, but I mean, you don't
Unique
see the whole story in a review. That's what I'm
unexpected
saying.
innovation,
Yeah.
Loots of
and
Us Part
fresh
2
voices
really
that demand
benefits
to
from
be
the way
heard,
reviews are
and
done.
that we can't wait for you to
Because
discover.
all the stuff about it that makes you
All
want to
of the
bang your head
games
in the
you're
wall
about
isn't
to
going to
see
come up
are
in the
being
first 3
built to
hours.
launch
Yeah, because they were
on
the review
Xbox
embargoes,
consoles.
or people that got
Thanks,
early access
and
could not
enjoy.
talk about the second half of the game.
World premiere.
World premiere. All right, come on. Exclusive launch. It's a console exclusive launch, so it's not even going to be on.
Console launch exclusive.
It's not going to be on Windows PC. Boo.
Nice.
Boo.
Who is that?
I don't know. It's
SC Game World?
Is this?
Chernobyl?
Yeah, the new Chernobyl game. What's it
Well,
called?
they said a world premiere though, so
It
we
could be
already
the
know about the Chernobyl game.
the third one.
Clearly, it's Call of Duty.
You
Clearly.
think this could be a new Stalker?
Yeah, I think it looks a little. It might be Stalker.
Oh man, that would be not as a console exclusive.
Wow.
That game is huge on PC.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it is. That's the bolt you throw. Yeah. Throw the bolts and it like hits the static shit.
Dude, that's a big steal.
Oh wow, that community is gonna be up in arms, man.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're gonna be so pissed. How dare you take away an exclusive from the PC community? Which, to be fair, that Stalker grew in popularity because of the PC gaming community. So yeah, Stalker 2.
It became so big as part of the PC.
Damn.
Master.
No, it says Windows
it says
PC.
Windows PC.
Yeah, but it says console
But you're gonna have to get
exclusive.
it from the Microsoft Store.
Yeah, wow, they're gonna be pissed. Console. Let's
Oh, I
see.
can't wait.
Why does it
I
say
can't
console
wait to
launch
see the
exclusive
tears.
when they say Windows PC?
Console launch exclusive.
At the bottom.
No, yeah, but why would it say console launch exclusive and then it said at the very end Windows PC?
Because
It
the launch
launches
title
on
and
console.
console exclusive. It won't be on PS5.
Oh, it won't be on PS5 or
the launch
Switch.
title.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's this?
Well, it didn't have that one. Didn't have Xbox One. It just X. So
yeah,
they may not be making it function on the Xbox.
My Lord Inquisitor.
This
I've
looks
reached
cool.
a term of crime.
Or Warhammer?
No.
It's in my Lord Inquisitor.
I recon squad has been
It's a
sent
Warhammer
into sub-level
Yeah, it's a
6
Warhammer game.
to determine the full
But it's gonna
extent.
be Gears of Warhammer, dude.
License their property to anybody for like $5.
Yeah, they would.
I'll know more.
And that's
They
where
don't care.
and that's where World of Darkness
That's why
is going
they're
to.
8 billion Warhammer.
Yeah, World of Darkness is doing the same thing
Why
too.
focus their Warhammer and they will license it.
Necromunda? No.
No, that game, that's not a problem.
If
No, first off, yeah. So these guys aren't gangers.
Dark Tide.
It's another Inquisitor group being sent in a dungeon. Yeah, that one doesn't say.
Okay.
Xbox One, that was Series X and
Console
PC.
launch exclusive. So these are launching.
Yeah,
Okay.
these are launch times.
But they're on Windows PC as well. So they'll be on my Game Pass. Cool.
Yeah. I think they said everything in here is going to be Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because these should all be first-party titles.
I love how they're all pressing the record button as they're like pulling back. Record. Oh, there you go.
And not Japanese, so it's not just going to be a game in Japan. Oh,
What is this?
Wow, dude, this is so powerful. I mean,
what the heck am I watching?
So
You guys got rid of Mixer. Why is there like a Mixer?
well, that was a fighting game. James Chan. Why is James Chan there?
James
That's what I'm
Chan.
saying. These are
Yeah.
all like Mixer streamers. Don't know
Oh,
why they're here.
it's a rhythm game.
Oh, dude.
Tetris. It's Tetris.
Is it Tetris Effect?
Twitch streamer Tetris.
It's Tetris Effect. It looks like. No, because it said enhanced. It wasn't by the original. Oh. Is it Tetris Effect?
I mean, I don't care. I think it's itself. But it's gonna be that multiplayer Tetris game.
You
What
know
the
why
hell?
I cry? Because I can't get good shoulder
Oh,
numbers on my Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, Tetris. Oh my God! It's a battle royale. Okay. Tetris Effect
Dude, look,
connected.
I'm a part of the video, dude.
Me too. Part of the video
There's the game
too.
I'm gonna be released about.
We're so into
Is that
this, dude.
is that Series 2 or just an Elite 1?
Approaching orbit. Sure you want to
no,
join
it's
here?
the first one.
Why
The
would
first
you
Elite.
announce that you're creators of a game nobody played?
What?
This is from the creators of SteamWorld. I'm like, what the heck is SteamWorld?
SteamWorld Punk?
Duh.
Didn't say SteamWorld Punk, just said SteamWorld.
I mean, a lot of people played it on Nintendo.
SteamWorld?
Find anything good?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck SteamWorld is. Oh. Is it SteamWorld Dig?
Yeah. I thought.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, SteamWorld might be the original. A lot of people did say that was a big.
Man,
That was a big. Yeah, I never.
I'm already seeing the people upset about Stalker 2.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
And that said there was a launch, right? It said launch?
I think so. Yeah.
Or was it? No,
I mean,
I
it
think
does
it
say
said
it was on
console.
PC.
I think it said console exclusive, not launch exclusive.
No,
Ma-
it said, I think it said launch console.
It's PC and what's it called?
I'm at the-
Microsoft. I don't think we'll ever see an
The
Xbox
gunk?
game that isn't PC and Xbox because Microsoft is committed to like the one interface.
Yeah, the gunk.
Multi-
Console
multi-
launch exclusive. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is. I'm glad they're.
Oh no, it's a butterfly of doom.
Now it's a moth now.
Doom.
Now the moth died. But the voices, they just won't stop calling out to me.
It all starts.
Oh, this is the No, is this? Yeah, this is the game that they showed at the last.
Hellblade 2, man.
No, this is the God, what is it? The guys that did not Alan Wake.
Blair Witch.
Yeah, I think it's not Blair Witch. I remember seeing this game. It's like the girl was like born.
Every story has two sides.
God, I can't remember the name of it. But they did show this game at the last.
Oh yeah, they did.
They showed this game at the last.
Medium.
Yeah,
like
she.
I can see both.
Yeah.
Worse, I can lift them.
Yeah. See. I can't remember the name of that game.
Yeah.
But they did show it. It was actually like a post-show thing too that they announced it. Dual reality gameplay, 2 world renders simultaneously.
What is this place?
That she was like born in this hospital, and the hospital was like. Oh, by the way, Vic, if you ever wanted to know what the Shadowlands looks like, this is a perfect interpretation of what the Shadowlands look like.
In what?
In World of Darkness.
The other world she sees, it's where the ghosts are from. That's her like second world. Well, this game looks a lot more interesting than the like 5 seconds we got in the last one.
Yeah, exactly.
The medium, yeah. Like I said, it was like Spirit Medium or something.
Yeah.
World premiere.
World premiere. God, good on Microsoft, just dropping bangers after bangers.
Console launch exclusive.
Sega.
Yes. Finally.
Panzer Dragoon. Oh, this
Olympics 2.
Is this the Panzer? No, PSO? Really?
20th anniversary.
Is this a new PSO? Oh god, I gotta look at Maximilian's reaction.
Dude, Derek. Derek's gonna be so mad.
You! Fuck you! Fuck you, dude!
Oh, dude, he's just screaming, "Fuck you!"
What the fuck?
A new PSO.
Are you fucking shitting me? We've been talking about this for months. I've been everywhere. It's fucking PSO 3.
You're willing to fund,
Dude, it's
really
anime. PSO fucking 3.
Oh my god. They're trying to break into Japan. Everybody knew their ship.
PSO is really huge, and the fact that Microsoft. Well, no, like PSO is big as Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not.
Mike cuts out then.
They don't have the
How's 3 gonna look? This is also crazy. It's fucking. Is Microsoft money heading it? Is that why it's happening? Or
Oh yeah, this is. Sorry, I'm looking at Max's reaction. I'm like, oh dude, this is like PSO. This is like Sega getting a budget for PSO finally.
Man, that face of that guy looks so weird.
Yeah, it did look kind of corny.
Remember, not made for Western audiences.
New Genesis, Phantasy Star Online 2.
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Luis Torres.
Huh.
I've seen your future.
Another launch exclusive.
Is this Rogue?
Is scared of the
No.
you will become.
It's Crisis, dude.
Remedy. Oh shit, Remedy.
Yeah, it's the Crossfire X single-player campaign.
Destiny chose me to save this world.
The multiplayer is going to be a free-to-play Counter-Strike thing.
And I will see it done. Blacklist. We make our own path.
I love Control. And that engine they have for Control is really good. Xbox Live required. Xbox Full Live. But I think they should just finally say we're getting rid of Xbox Live Gold.
Rumor is it's going free, but I think they're just going to merge it into Game Pass.
No, that's what they're doing. Is merging it all in the Game Pass.
They haven't officially announced it yet, though, but I think they're going to merge it.
Well, they discontinued. Like, you can't buy Xbox Live Gold anymore.
Year subscription. You can still buy month to month. which means that they're probably going to do whatever change they're going to do with the launch events.
Crossfire, coming 2020. Okay.
So that's not a
Today,
launch title.
you
Well,
saw
I'm
10
gonna be
world
launch window, though.
premieres
It's coming.
and 22 console launch exclusives.
Are we? Oh
Game
my
Pass
God, we only have
members
7
can
minutes
play
left.
Every game you have seen today.
No,
from
no,
Xbox Game
no.
Studios and all of our partners.
No Perfect Dark,
in
no
subscription
Fables.
Or free to play. This is just a
Who
peek
cares? We got
at
State of
some of
Decay
the new
3.
titles
No, that's
coming
you,
to
man.
Xbox Series X. And some of the games
That's
you already
everybody
love,
who's important.
and some you have
Did
yet
they
to
show
play
us anything with
will
Gears of
also
War?
be
Because
Nope.
they just showed us a
optimized
Gears
for
of War
Xbox
like
Series X.
video segment
Games
there.
Well, they show Gears of
Forza
War on
Horizon
Game
4,
Pass. They're promoting
Gears
Game Pass
5,
right now.
and
Oh,
Sea of Thieves.
okay.
You'll get the next-gen upgrades and
Yeah,
no
Forza
additional
Horizon
cost
4 is
when they
pointless on
launch.
Game Pass, though,
You
because
can
it doesn't give
expect a
you Lego
lineup
for,
of
like,
over
Forza, which is all
100
that really
titles for Xbox
Uh,
Series X
what's
this
it
holiday
called?
season. With Series X
Price?
and Game Pass,
Release?
Xbox is
No?
the place to play.
No, they said that
and
wasn't going to
you
be at the
are
show.
at the
That'll be in
center
August.
of everything we do.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it with the
You may have
Lockhart
noticed
reveal.
We didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today.
They
that
and Sony
means
are playing
we'll have
chicken.
more
Who's
to
gonna
share
announce price
later this
first?
year. But until then, here's one more thing.
One more thing.
World.
Come on,
premiere.
Rare, Perfect Dark. Come on, just blow it out. Just fucking blow it out.
Xbox Game Studios presents
Fables,
a game by
Fa-
Xbox
Play-
Game Studios.
Playground.
I don't even know who that is.
That's
The world is filled
But this
with
this has to be a big Elden Ring, maybe.
of
No.
heroes,
Fable, dude.
it's
Fable 5, dude.
treacherous villains,
Yeah, that sounds like Fable.
yep. It's sounding like Fable.
of fantastical creatures and wondrous places where nature and
Please
magic
have this fairy get eaten
live
by
in
like a giant frog
perfect
monster.
harmony.
Oh,
Oh no!
Not all
Carnivorous
stories
plant.
have happy endings,
Giant frog like
you called it.
but yours
Yes.
has yet to be written.
Fable.
Fable.
They just announced it though. Doesn't mean
My God.
it doesn't mean it's coming out this year. It just says they fucking
It's here.
Yeah, they didn't give us any release period.
Playground. What is Playground? I think no, that's not the new studio from no, because Coalition. Who is Playground? Hold on. Playground Studio. Playground LA.
Yes, State of Decay.
That's LA. Damn it.
Just do Playground Microsoft Game Studios.
Yeah. Playground. Microsoft. Playground Games. Playground Games Limited is a British video game company based in Leamington Spa, England, known for developing Forza Horizon series.
Okay.
Playground Games became part of Microsoft Studios, now known as Xbox Game Studios. So they've done all the Horizon games, and now they're doing Fable. That's a weird transition.
Which explains why we don't have Horizon 5 and instead have Motorsport.
Yeah, we have
Forza.
Yeah, we have Forza.
Because this will be the second Motorsports game since Horizon 4.
Okay.
But
So
they've had them working on Fable that whole time because it was a different team that did the season's Lego. So if they've had Playground working on Fable, that's like 2 years of Fable development.
yeah.
Dead ass.
And thank you for watching. Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm excited.
I mean,
That is a lot of launch titles.
your Playground. So not Playground, but
Game of the Year is coming out. Well, they
Not
didn't
game-
actually put a date on it.
I don't think it's
Maybe
coming out this year. But
It might be game next year. That's fine.
you got your State of K3.
Find out Monday when they do the dev stream from Undead Labs.
Well, I mean, so do you think it's going to be a bigger budget? Like, what do you think is going to be the premise of it? Like, is it going to be more the same, or is it actually going to be like a AAA game?
So I think with State of Decay 1 is like, we have to figure out what's going on in this town and escape, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like all State of Decay 1. Then you get Lifeline, which is the story expansion, and Lifeline is basically the military's take on, there's this, the virus is evolving and making this, because you have the black fever is called in the first one, and it's evolving and doing something new, and so you go back into the town and either blow it up or not, which I'm assuming the canon is you don't, because it's obviously their homeland. But that's the military's response, and then they do Breakdown after that, which is like a infinite survival.
Oh man, I'm dropping major frames right now. Sorry, hold on.
State of Decay 2 happens, and State of Decay 2 is Black Fever is mutated into this new disease called the Blood Plague, and it's mutating the specials to be even worse. And Blood Plague is this nasty disease that can kill you. But if you kill all the plague hearts, which is this thing Blood Plague founds, it wipes Blood Plague out in your community. So State of Decay 2 is about wiping Blood Plague out in your community and then rebuilding the community and building a legacy that can keep like the undead at bay, because everybody left is pretty much immune to whatever the normal zombie virus is.
Okay, so I have the text form of everything that they announced as a lineup. So we'll go one by one just to kind of give our thoughts. Obviously, we talked about State of Decay 3. You know, you're the resident lore master for that game. And you're out of frame once again. Halo Infinite. I was hoping they would do the play the demo now, because they even said like press to play demo.
Yeah,
that
would have been so hot.
That would have been.
That would have been the mic drop of the year.
World
Premiere. Expect we'll get a demo for it. I'm guessing multiplayer's not ready yet because they didn't show any multiplayer stuff. So I'm guessing we'll get a demo September, maybe October, at least a month before release.
So I mean,
multiplayer stuff.
So like I brought up in the beginning of the stream, so that was like good feels. Like, remember how I said like, what is a Halo game in 2020 feel like? I think they're going back to classic. I think they're going to like the original saga, it feels like, but with added stuff, like with the grappling hook, and I guess he was able to throw down an ability, but it wasn't like the Halo 5 reach abilities.
Well, and it looks like they're limited to his fusion core. He needs to pick up power things to power those abilities too.
Yeah.
Because he did like a big shield thing.
Yeah.
But yes.
Which was Halo 3, but it was like a specific, like an event that you had to do in order to get that.
You had to pick up that specific thing and then deploy it. It was like you get to choose your ability now, but you need the cores to power it.
Yeah. Overall, Halo looks fine. I mean, this is a showcase, so we still don't have a price. Like, Microsoft hasn't really started the announcing of the price. Like, Ubisoft recently said they're sticking to 60, but 2K games are going 70. So we don't know what like the prices of the new games, if we're finally going to catch up.
Microsoft has also for price,
yeah.
Well, so for every Microsoft game, that price is $10 a month for a console, $5 a month for PC, or $15 a month for both with your Xbox Live subscription.
Yeah. And you get Game Pass. Ultimately, this just sells the Game Pass more, and I think everybody should just jump on that model. Anything else about Halo before we go on to the next? Any thoughts, Vic?
I mean, I don't really know a lot about it, but I was considering getting the fucking Master Chief Collection.
Well, if you have Game Pass, you just have the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, but I don't want to have subscription-based stuff.
No. Maybe we can find a code for you. How's that sound? What's it called? One thing, like I said, it just sucks that like the lore is tied into the Halo Wars stuff, and so that makes me want to I'm like, I guess I got to play Halo Wars in order to kind of understand what the Banished are.
It's on Game Pass.
Is it on Game Pass?
the Banished are basically it actually goes all the way back to 3, when they kind of split off into 2 groups of Covenant. You have the Arbiters group, and then the group run by the Brutes, who were following the Prophets when you killed the last Prophet.
Yeah.
So I think the Banished are that group of Covenant.
Okay.
The ones who are like, no, we're still going to try to wipe out humanity.
All right, so we'll move on to world premieres. As Dusk Falls, it's the intro/light. It said INT, but their studios called
Interactive, I think.
Well, it's
intro/night.
Okay. It's the former lead game designer of Quantum Dreams. So it's a very heavily narrative based game with a unique art style.
It literally calls itself interactive fiction.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
expect next to no choices.
Yeah.
Or for choices to be
kind
basically meaningless.
Exactly. Avowed.
Like less so than even a Telltale game.
Yeah, exactly. Avowed is the new Obsidian, their next epic first-person RPG. We'll see what happens.
It looks a lot like, did you ever play back in the day Hexen and Heretic?
I've played Hexen. I have played Hexen.
It looks like those. Weapons in one hand, spells in the other.
Yeah.
Smash some faces.
Obviously, Fable by Playground Games, the guys that did Forza. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting transition. Like, Rare's not doing it, so... But then I remember it wasn't Rare. It was Lionhead Studios, which was what's-his-face's studio. And he
Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, Peter Molyneux. So... Forza Motorsports by Turn 10 Studios. Vic is like the only resident racing. He doesn't like big muscle, or he likes. You don't like the formula racing, right?
No, I don't like hypercars. Hypercars are the cars that are like, we can go 300 miles an hour. Just
okay.
Need about 200 miles of real estate, but whatever.
I mean, it's more Forza Motorsports in a time where, like, you know, racing simulations like kind of on the rise right now because of COVID. So
that's true.
The Gunderful Publishing. This is the guys that did Steam World, which is, like I said, big on Nintendo. So it's kind of weird that they're transitioning over to Microsoft. With this new IP, but hey, I mean, Microsoft's got money to spend, so if you're an indie dev looking to break into, you know, big publishing, might as well sign up, right? Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis, that definitely looked like fucking Microsoft money being pumped into it, because I've seen
trying to get a foothold in Asia.
Yeah, like I said, man. All you gotta do is rebread the Xbox to Dreamcast in Asia.
Dreamcast Series X.
Yeah, just Dreamcast Series X, and bam, you just got like a whole fucking. But then at that point, like, Microsoft would have to buy Sega. They would have to. That is our Asian branch. Sega's our olive branch to the east.
Microsoft Japan no longer exists. There's now simply Sega.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so good. Sorry, that'd be so good. But then like everything that's under Sega would definitely be like, it'd be rocky as hell, because like Persona like exists.
Or that would suddenly become Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like Yakuza and
I think it wouldn't be called Sega. It'd be called Microsoft Sega or some combined.
No. The whole point is to make Japan buy into it, and they won't buy anything from a Western company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There is no Microsoft in Asia at that point. Sega becomes Microsoft Asia.
Yeah.
Branch.
It's just
the rest of the world is Microsoft. In Asia, Sega.
Yeah.
Branding.
It'd be the greatest Trojan horse ever. For real.
Better even the actual Trojan
horse. Stalker 2, done by GSC Game World. I don't know. I've never heard. Is it this? Was Stalker?
That's the company that made it, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're 1995. So they've created they're from the Ukraine. They did the original Stalker series. So okay. Big get. Definitely a big get for Microsoft, but I know there's going to be a lot of fanboys who are like, I can't play this on Steam. What's wrong with you?
GSC Game World went under in like 2011.
Yeah.
Like they were gone for almost a decade. Microsoft put them back together to make this game.
State of Decay 3. We've got Floor Master here.
So happy. Now 2 games that nobody cares about.
And then I think Tetris Effect Connect is going to be pretty interesting, just because that game has a lot of legs. In like
actually on Game Pass might actually do it good, as it's got the whole competitive.
Yeah, it has a competitive aspect to it, which is like the Tetris 99 on Nintendo Switch, which is done by a whole new, like, it's so weird. It's like Tetris, Warhammer, they just fucking give their IP to anybody.
Oh, so that's left for Warhammer.
It's like Vermintide, right?
Well, now that you have the that's what it's gonna be like. It's Warhammer 40k Vermintide.
Yeah, it's Vermintide.
Did Fast Start do Vermintide?
Don't. It says the co-op from the developers of the multi-million award-winning co-op franchise Vermintide. Warhammer 40k Darktide is a 4-player co-op game set in the Hive.
Literally Warhammer
Necromunda.
40k.
Yeah, but
Vermintide.
yeah. Fighting muties. We're fighting muties. All the muties in the Underhive.
In chaos.
I was gonna say, do you guys talk about State of Decay 3? Sorry, I went to go pee.
Yeah. We passed that up, but I mean,
we talked about that first because it's the most important game that they announced.
The highly anticipated games, updates on that, highly anticipated now. Crossfire X. I wasn't aware of this, and then Dan, you said, when did they first announce this game? Was it at the last showcase that they did?
No. So Crossfire X is like a Counter-Strike style game.
Yeah.
But they announced that they were going to do that. It's coming to Xbox, and that they were going to do a like single-player story for the game. To build its game lore.
Got it.
But I didn't hear who said it. I remember when they said it. It was in like the pre-show they mentioned. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Okay.
So. But now it's like Redeemed, which are the guys who did Control.
Destiny Beyond Light. We can just skip
Nobody
that.
cares.
Yeah, we just skip that.
Nobody.
Everwild is rare. They have great
sad,
ideas, but half their games have been boring for the last decade.
And it's gonna
so
let's see if it is a rhythm game, inspired by beauty in the nature
the
world.
Best thing ever if it was an open world rhythm game.
It's a brand new game in development by Rare with a unique and unforgettable experience awaiting in the natural and magical world. Play as an Eternal as you explore and build bonds with the world around you. Okay, so, but it definitely kind of comes off as, hey, this is a rhythm game because everything is about like the song and dance. So it might be like, I would say Everworld comes off as like maybe like a Survivor simulator with dancing mechanics. Almost.
I don't think it's gonna be survival.
You don't think so?
No, it might be crafting, but the game honestly looks like, from what they've showed, to be a low to no conflict game.
Okay.
I think no matter what else is going on, it's going to be a very chillax.
Just super chill game.
Like run around and do stuff you want kind of game.
I don't want to chillax. I want to engage.
Yeah, it's true.
Speed, momentum.
Yes,
Too soon. Too soon.
There are tons of gamers who play like idle clickers just to watch numbers go up.
God.
So
don't remind me. Grounded, cute. I really like how they really
for that game, dude.
They really dig. They're like the most anticipated game, and it said Cyberpunk, and then they're like, no, we're the most anticipated.
Tweeted.
Yeah, they're like, we're the most anticipated smallest game.
Yeah, they tweeted like, we see you at Ground the game.
Yeah.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait, and it's next week.
Yeah, next week.
I like it.
We might try
getting that.
Yeah,
Game
like
Pass,
I said,
dude.
we gotta figure it out to get you a Game Pass, and then Derek has Game Pass, so we can all play 4-player co-op for this.
Okay.
Buy it.
Okay. Can you check your viewers? Is Derek watching right now?
No, Derek's not watching.
So can we all just agree that Derek gets sacrificed to the spiders?
Yeah, Derek gets sacrificed to the spiders.
Let's agree that in advance that we have to set that up.
Yeah,
when we find the dark spider god, Derek is the one who gets sacrificed.
He gets sacrificed to the spider god for sure. Medium looks fantastic.
I don't like that. I'm more of a double XL guy myself. Tall tees preferably.
Oh, that's right. The double XLT.
Travel to an old communist resort. Oh man, communist ghosts. Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon. I really, like I said, I have no problem with Obsidian and Outer Worlds. It's just every time I look at Outer Worlds, I just look at the disappointing failure of Fallout, and it makes me sad.
You can also tell that Outer Worlds was a little undercooked.
Yeah.
Some of the quests do not have full-on resolutions. Like
it just makes me hate how the sausage is made in the game industry. And Outer Worlds is definitely one of those things where it's like you can tell that they were in some sort of dealings with Bethesda at some point in the future, and then they got the rug pulled out underneath them because what's his face from Bethesda is just a megalomaniac. Yeah, Todd Howard's just a megalomaniac. But I won't go into it.
We're gonna have 16 times the detail.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Games of service fails, and we shouldn't support it. It should be that was. I hope going into the next generation, games of service just stops, or at least if they have to do games of service, I hope it's like games of service light, where it's just like you don't have to be on, you don't have to make it like a life. We're not going to force microtransactions. We're just going, it's an optional thing.
Well, okay. Can you think of any games of service that match a playstyle you enjoy? Because, like, I love State of Decay 2. It's got constant content patches that keep me coming back and playing, but it's also not a game I have to, like...
It doesn't, but there's no FOMO.
Play 4 hours a day.
But yeah, but there's no FOMO to that game. The content is waiting for you. It's always going to be there. You bought your money. You're like that money is.
So they rotate bounties every month. So you have like a list of new things to do to get new and exciting ways to smash zombies.
Yeah, but it's but it's not like, oh, you have to be part of this event and you have to wait a whole entire year, or this is an exclusive event that's only going to happen once, and if you're not like grinding it out for years and years and years and years.
Even then,
I can say about Microsoft's view on like games as service, like Sea of Thieves is the same way as State of Decay, where like their content doesn't really go away. It's all there waiting for you. There's no like must do now, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get at is that like, I think if we go into the next generation, they need like every game company that was trying like, there is no successful games service except for maybe Warframe. But even then, like, from what...
Well, Warframe is free to play, though.
Yes, but, like, it's still... It's successful, but it's not as grandiose as, like, what people want games of service to be made out as. As this big, hype beast event.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make as much as LoL.
Yeah.
And it is way more monetized than LoL.
Yeah. Psychonauts 2, really excited about that. Kind of really, just that game has definitely gone through the ropes as far as like, it started like, it almost was kickstarted and then Sony put some money behind it and then Sony was like, we don't want it anymore. And then Xbox kind of stepped in and kind of filled the void. It's just that I love Double Fine. I just don't think Tim Schafer is really good with money, and I just hope that now, like,
he's bad with budgets.
Yeah, he's bad with budgets, and like, what's it called? His Kickstarter game proves that because he had to split it in half in order to.
Well, that was the second one where he got ambitious.
Either way, I'm just excited.
Massive Chalice was fine. It was fine.
Yeah. It was just fine.
They needed the other one. He had to like split it in towards. But he's not the only game studio to do that. Like Battle Brothers wanted to kickstart their whole thing and found that they just didn't have enough funds once they got to the end of it.
Yeah.
And had to split theirs 3 games. Jesus.
So I'm just excited. You know, that's just been a game.
Not Battle Brothers, Banner Saga.
Yeah, just a long time coming. Tell me why. I love Don't Nod. I just think there's a lot of so right now there's a game that just came out that's Deadly Premonition 2 on Switch, and they handled transgender really badly, and so they had to patch it because the game creator's like, okay, I'm sorry, I really was like tone deaf on this part. I'm consulting with actual transgendered people and like get a more retrospective look on this. So I'm hoping that Don't Nod has an ear to this, and because
I am less worried about their transgender representation than I am worried about their mental illness representation.
And that too, mental illness is definitely another one of those like
it's demonized, and that's really bad because that makes it hard to get people to get treatment.
Yeah. And my worry is like, okay, is the mother mental illness because she discovers her daughter wants to transition to being male? Is that what triggers it, or has she always been emotionally unstable or mentally unstable? And it's just kind of like that is just kind of like the factor. Like there's so many factors that are kind of.
Or they could be super tone deaf, and it's just menopause when women all go crazy prior to like Freud.
That
was like literally a belief that menopause could cause madness.
Yeah, I know.
The thing with games like these is that like no matter how well you construct it, someone is gonna be mad.
Yeah, I agree.
Like these subjects are just like social media landmines for one fucking article written by some fucking dude at some fucking Kotaku or whatever. It's just gonna be like how to cancel fucking so and so, and then it's just like, oh my god, I don't know.
These
kinds of games,
and some media personalities will jump all over that possibility because they want to be the flashpoint, because that gets the views.
Yeah,
that gets the clicks.
That does get the clicks.
It just becomes this thing where like you want culture to accept these kinds of things, like you want it to become the norm, but then it just becomes such a fucking jumping through hoops that you're just like, oh, one mess up and your career's over, and it's just like, can we at least try? Like, Jesus, dude.
And I'm hoping, like I said, I love Don't Nod. I played Life is Strange 1 and 2.
Life is Strange games are great.
Yeah. The first one was a little tone deaf because they didn't really know how to do high schoolers, but Life is Strange 2 was really good.
Haven't you seen what's that?
I didn't think the first one was that tone deaf.
I'm not tone deaf as far as.
So they might have changed stuff, but.
Well, Life is Strange 1 is only tone deaf because they didn't really know how to write high schoolers in America. Because they're a bunch of French. They're a bunch of like French people. They just didn't know, like the lingo is kind of shitty, and like Arcadia's Bay.
But they wrote high school outcasts, not high schoolers anyway, and those are pretty much the same anywhere you go. I didn't feel that. Okay, the main characters I felt weren't off. It was a lot of the side characters were.
Yeah.
And their whole like suicide subplot was bad.
Yeah, but Life is Strange 2 was really impactful, especially like the endings. I was like, I saw, like, I got my ending, and I was like, oh wow, this sucks. Like, this is I looked at all the endings and they all suck, and I was like, not suck as like, oh, this sucks, but they're like, oh man, this is like a really important message to be like, there's no good ending in this whole story because this has to be the way it is. Like, even
because sometimes life is crap.
Yeah, because life is crap, exactly. And I found that to be a good game because it was like, no, these are the endings, and they all lead to some form of suffering, whether it's deserved or not. And I was like, wow, that's really good. That's good storytelling.
You mean like what Ellie went through, dude?
God, don't remind me. Fucking God.
If only Abby wasn't there, dude.
No, the problem with Lutzivus 2 is that all of that was unnecessary. Like, the beauty of Life is Strange 2 is
it's unavoidable suffering. There's
Yeah.
really nothing anybody could do to make it not happen.
Oh yeah.
Inside of your set of protagonists, people you deal with. Loots of Us 2, like every single second of the suffering in that game could have been avoided.
Exact 100%.
Didn't do stupid stuff.
120% you're correct. Whereas like literally like Life is Strange 2 is like a series of unfortunate events that just escalate worse and worse and worse, and it's like, oh god, like it's because powers are unstable and crazy. And
it's like Meet the Parents. It's just like a series of unfortunate shit.
Yeah.
That happens, and you're just like, well, shit happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Balan Wonderworld, that was the pre-show by Square Enix. Really excited about that. That was actually something I was like, oh, that's cool.
I'm not entirely sure what the fuck.
It's basically Knights and Sonic combined. Done by the original creator of Knights and Sonic. So
I was literally looking at it going like, what?
Dan, you're out of frame again.
What's happening?
I don't care.
You don't care? God.
Soviet Russia frames out of me.
Okay.
I'm letting people see my marvelous Pink Floyd poster, all right?
All right.
It's way prettier than I am anyway.
Brick in the wall.
Dragon Quest, I feel like that's almost a meme. Not as bad as like a Skyrim meme, but it's definitely like, we're going to be on this platform now, because it's essentially on every platform now. So, Echo Generations. I don't know anything about this. Echo Generations is a turn-based adventure game about a gang of kids.
It says 2021, but they had 3 seconds of video, so we're probably looking at 2022.
Yeah. Battle monsters, level up your party, and save your hometown from danger. An heroic tale of childhood adventure. Okay.
I'm sorry I watched Monster Squad as a kid. I'm done on that. I'm good. You're never gonna top Wolfman Has Nards. Stop trying.
When are we gonna get fucking Skate Sharks, dude? That's what I want to know.
Oh, Skate Sharks.
Exo Mecha. Exo is a brand new free-to-play online. All right, we can just pass that. Bleh.
Hello Neighbors 2.
Hello Neighbors 2. Okay. I like the original Hello Neighbors, and then.
But now you're being tracked by the creature because after you let it out, Mr. Peterson disappeared.
Yeah. Watchdog Legion.
I can't wait to make the Golden Girls. Same thing I said at the Ubisoft reveal.
Make the Golden Girls.
I look forward to my squad of old moms hacking their way to freedom. Nothing to lose.
These are all the games that are optimized on for Xbox Series X. So Horizon 4, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Sea of Thieves. So those are the games that you
Basically, they're just playing at a higher res and frame rate.
Higher frame rate, higher refresh rate, higher resolution, and less loading time.
Yeah. 120 FPS in 4K HDR for Ori and Will of the Wisp. How?
Yikes.
How? I want to know how. What magic?
First off, you have to have that $8,000 television that does 120 FPS and 120 hertz in 4K.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know what magic this Xbox Series X is.
Just look. I mean, the system's power.
Yeah, to be fair, Ori and Will of the Wisp isn't exactly like a fucking like visually demand. Like it just needs that much horsepower.
They've already said that they can hit it in New Halo Infinite. They can hit it too.
Yeah,
but
they said Halo
20 FPS isn't stable.
Yeah.
Well, so they didn't say it wasn't stable. They just said that they can hit 120 FPS.
Okay.
Like top 1%. What are your one?
It probably depends on how much is on screen. You probably get some frame drops when you're fighting like 9,000 enemies at a time, but it's never going to drop to a thing you'll notice because the human eye perceives like 15 frames a second tops.
All right.
That refresh rate's more impressive because 120 hertz is actually like right around as fast as the average person can detect object changes. So that means the refresh rate will literally hit as fast as your eye can see, which is nice because that's normally where stuff goes bad. And that's why you want like higher frames a second
So these are the games that are going to be on launch exclusive. The Tetris Connect, the Gunk, and Dark Tide are going to be
independent launch exclusives.
Yeah. Which, I mean, so they're going to be launching with the Xbox Series X.
Yeah. Well, those are the independent ones, though. Those are the ones that aren't Microsoft Game Studio
Exactly.
games.
But I'm just saying those are 3 games that we know. So that's 3 games that we know. Halo is 4. And then previously announced Series X optimized games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's going to be released.
This is from the last show, yeah. Brightman for Infinite, Call of the Sea.
I don't think Call of the Sea is going to be released.
Which Chorus is not going to be a launch title. No. I'm sorry. Or not Chorus, the other one. The Scorn is not going to be a launch title.
Like a Dragon.
That game's vaporware.
Just trying to see if there's anything else I might have missed. Oh, I guess Sea of Thieves is optimized, but it says Holiday 2020. I guess they all say Holiday 2020. So I guess
because that's when that's the launch of the console is Holiday 2020. Supposedly, by the way, November 13th, because somebody accidentally put one of their launch titles and a launch date on their webpage. Yeah, instead of Holiday. They had November 13th for like an hour and a half before they changed it.
Ori's already pretty? Well, it could be even more pretty. You can always get more pretty games. There's nothing wrong with getting...
The thing to remember is even if it's going better than you can see, that means that like if anything happens, you won't notice.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of running things better than you can perceive. Because that way if you hit stuttering, or if you have a slowdown, or if like you wind up with weird pixelation stuff, you'll never notice because it's refreshing so fast it's gone before you could tell it was ever there.
Oh, that's interesting. Some interesting factoids. 1.5 million viewed on Twitch, 1 million plus on YouTube, 300 watching Twitch watching through YouTube, so people restreaming the YouTube content, and then hundreds of millions of Microsoft dollars pissed into the wind. 0 views on Mixer. Poor Mixer.
I mean, wasn't Twitch supposed to crack down on all these fucking like restreams or like copyright shit? Like, doesn't that like?
Okay, well, Microsoft set it up for you to restream.
So the Microsoft portion you could restream. It was just the Jeff Keighley. That I think people like. I mean, Jeff Keighley owns that brand, so I don't think he's going to and as a copyright strike anybody on Twitch for it. I mean, it's one of those like gaming pivotal events where it's like you just gotta let it ride. It's just Jeff Keighley made a deal with YouTube to stream it on YouTube, not necessarily also stream it on Twitch. I guess the Medium is coming out this holiday, 2020. I'm actually excited for that game more so. It just says holiday 2020.
I want to see gameplay. Like, I want to know if it's a...
Well, you saw, like, the dual render. Like, they were doing, like...
Yes, that was cool, the exploration segments.
Yeah.
I'm worried about what combat will be like, if there's combat, what kind of choices you'll deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I am totally down for that being a pure action platformer with horror, like, elements, but I'm curious as to what their conflict and conflict resolution mechanics are going to be like in that game.
True that. Anything else? Okay, well, as far as like, I'm not gonna say give it a rating. I say they definitely came out better. I would say about the same level.
They're way ahead of Sony's games showcase.
No.
And the
God,
Nintendo's.
No. Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, Nintendo doesn't have a console to drop launch titles for.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo Showcase is another year in the Twitch. It's whatever. But like, Sony had to sell me a console, and Sony did not sell me a single game to make me want to buy their console.
I mean,
Microsoft has a
Spider-Man
bunch of good stuff.
Spider-Man is my.
Except it's not a game. It's a third of a game.
Miles Morales is still worth it.
Oh, I love Miles Morales, but it's a third of a game. Like, I'm sorry, their Spider-Man announcement is on par with the Outer Worlds expansion pack in this.
Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, the Resident Evil Village, Miles Morales.
But Village isn't going to be console exclusive.
True. Demon Souls remake, Deathloop, which is going to be console exclusive from Bethesda on PlayStation 5. Hitman 3 announcement trailer.
Yeah, but you know what? But at the same time, that's competing with Elden Ring for our and now Avowed.
Yeah.
We have an exclusive fantasy RPG series.
I'm saying they're on par with each other. I'm not saying. I didn't
really see anything to be excited about in the PlayStation Showcase. Like, Miles Morales had me super excited until I found out it's going to be a tiny little standalone nothing of a game.
Hitman 3, Little Devil, Solar Ash, Bug Snatch.
That's the one thing that really holds the PlayStation conference back, actually, is they had to go through all the multi-console stuff that Microsoft went through in their first non-Microsoft showcase. And I don't think that Sony has nothing. I just feel like they don't have anywhere near the kind of first-party commitment for launch that Microsoft does. Because that's the other end, is 90% of the stuff for the Sony showcase they didn't confirm as launch or even launch window.
True, I agree. But like I said, I think Microsoft reach finally got to that level, and yes, maybe exceeded a little bit. I think Fables at the very end was a good send off.
They had a really good beginning and a really good end. They capstoned Halo and Fable.
Exactly. I think
I will say that they had some big announcements in there too. Stalker 2,
yeah.
By GSC, they brought the company that made it back. They resurrected them.
Phantasy Star Online 2, I think, is a big get. That may be a
big get for Japan.
Yeah, big get for Japan.
I'm not gonna play it. I don't give a crap, but I understand that it will help them sell a lot of units in Japan.
State of Decay 3, I know. I want that game to elevate. I don't want a State of Decay 1 and 2 redone. I want that game to elevate.
That is the one complaint I have about State of Decay 3 is I'm a huge State of Decay fan, and they told me nothing about State of Decay 3 except that they're making it and have a video, and I already knew they were making it. That's been the nudge, nudge, wink, wink in the State of Decay 2 developer talks for a year. Is they're we've got multiple teams going. We have red team, blue team, and orange team, and red team does short-term improvements to the game, and blue team is doing our long-term improvements to the game, and orange team is world building and game creation. Okay, what do they do in your game? They're world building and game creation.
What about your thoughts, Vic?
For State of Decay 3?
Oh no, just in general. Does this meet the PlayStation?
I thought it was a very good presentation. They brought a lot of good games that are oh, okay, I definitely want to see Halo Infinite. I want to see State of Decay. I want to see the whole Fable, Motorsport. I mean, they have that on PlayStation. It's called Gran Turismo. It's
well, yeah, and those are competing. And I would have preferred another Horizon because the open world driving's more fun. But the guys who do Horizon have a game.
Yeah, it's called Fables.
That's not a Forza game.
Yeah, they're doing Fable. They're doing Fable now.
So, and like I said, the best thing about Fable was the frog. Not gonna lie.
Eating the fairy. Yeah.
God, I hope this fairy gets eaten by. I was some kind of giant frog monster. Then yes.
I definitely am looking forward to Xbox and buying their game through the Microsoft Store. I already have for Motorsport.
Yeah.
Do we know if Balan Wonderland is going to be exclusive or not?
It doesn't say. It says
I don't think they said that about any of their pre-reveals, so I'm wondering if any of those are going to be.
It just says Summer Game Fest reveal, which means Summer Game Fest is a Jeff Keighley joint. So, and it's Square Enix, and I don't think Square wants to be exclusive to anything. So, except for Final Fantasy VII, but even Final Fantasy VII is coming on Xbox next year. Or next year. I'm this year Final Fantasy came on PlayStation, but then it's only a year exclusive. Which, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna come, I'm so pissed that I'm not gonna rebuy Final Fantasy VII Definitive Edition on PC or Xbox Series X. Because anyways, that game.
That combat is brutal, man.
Yeah. Unless they fix it, unless they fix combat or they do something crazy with that game, I'm not gonna rebuy it. Let's see. Like, I think that like as much like Halo, it just felt good. I want to go back to the Halo just because it just felt good. Because maybe I just got swept up in my own head about like, oh, it needs to innovate, it needs to do this, it needs to do that. I'm like, maybe Halo can just be Halo. I feel like.
I mean, what other first-person shooter is good that's out right now that isn't like a fucking BR
not just good and out, has a competent campaign.
Well, I was gonna say
abandon their campaigns for the most part.
I was gonna say Valorant is good, but it doesn't have a campaign.
But that's a competitive shooter.
Yeah, it's a competitive, but it's a good shooter with better elements than Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah, but visually, that game is so dead.
You think so? I actually like the art style.
It literally looks so bland and like. I don't know.
You don't appreciate the waifus of that game?
I do, but like I'm talking like it just doesn't, because it's supposed to be run on like a fucking toaster, so they have to like dumb down the graphics. But then it's like, damn, dude, I kind of wanted something nice to look at instead of these bland environments where it's just like, is it realistic?
That's what's great about Hunt. Is it looks super nice, but that's also why they're limited to like 12 players, and you have to have a good computer to even play it.
That's why I want Cyberpunk, dude. That's the ultimate,
I mean, we're all waiting for Cyberpunk, but just like, okay, so I'm just trying to think of another. You're right. I mean, there is no campaign first-person shooter that does it right than Halo. Bungie was supposed to do it with Destiny, and Destiny is very hit or miss with their campaigns. I liked the Shadow. The what was after the vanilla launch of Shadowkeep is the vanilla launch of Destiny, and then part of Destiny 2's launch story was pretty cool, and then the Forsaken sucked. Forsaken was awful, and then when they finally were free of Activision and went solo, that's when their campaign story went down the tube. So yeah, I mean, maybe Microsoft is the only one that can do a competitive or a campaign first-person shooter right. Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like Call of Duty's Modern Warfare was fine. There was some cool moments in that game, playing the single-player campaign, but it wasn't spectacular.
I mean, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's just lost its touch. COD just has a thing where they're just like, well, we want to do battle royale and team deathmatch and a campaign, but let's not do any of these particularly well.
Exactly. I think, well, that's just because that's just kind of like, I feel like that's Activision's model of like, let's just cycle out Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer. Like none of these game studios have time to storyboard or to really define like their medium, because they have, I mean, Activision's just telling them you got to put out a Call of Duty every year. So that sucks, and I wish Activision would stop, but they won't because they can't.
And there's such thing as diluting the market.
Yeah.
It's like you're just like, oh,
so
man.
Maybe this is. I'm really hyped for Halo. I think Halo is going to be a great.
Far Cry is like literally the only other game that I can think that is like a first-person shooter that would be like
a story. But that's like injected with Ubisoftness to it. There's definitely like Ubisoft tropes in Far Cry, where it's like find a tower, go to the side mission, do the crafting. Like there's
the calling card of the Ubisoft fucking.
Whereas like Halo,
tap of the tower to reveal the map. That's
Halo is a definitive first-person linear campaign, but it's very impactful. And that trailer definitely had me like. He's like, no, it's your fault. It's your fault we're here. And then the banished leader was just like, come on, man, let's go. And I'm like, I'm there, man. I'm there.
Excuse me. I believe his exact words were, "Come at me, bro."
He was like, "Come at me, bro. Bare your fangs. Come at me, bro." God, such a. I mean, so I will say this.
Like, the last prophet is dead, and neither you or I or both shall join him.
So I would say that
Whiny-ass
to make a comparison, and I'm just making a comparison. If we just had to make a comparison between PlayStations and Microsoft or Xboxes, I liked Xboxes better because the beginning and the end cap for Sony, it was Miles Morales. Was GTA 5 announced first, or was it Miles Morales and then they went? Yeah, it was Miles Morales and then they ended on Horizon. I'm not a big Horizon fan, but I'm not also a big Fables fan.
And Horizon's not Sony exclusive anymore. Now they're doing their PC launches, so.
Well, you could say that from Xbox, because everything's on.
You can't though, because Xbox has always simultaneously launched on PC. Like that's part of Microsoft's strategy.
Yeah.
It's a new world where Sony is putting their
stuff
in-house
on
games on computer.
Yeah, agreed. So I would say as far as the end cap in the beginning, I think Microsoft had a better beginning and end cap because Fables is just Fables. Everybody's gonna fucking love Fables. And then Halo, beginning with Halo Infinite was really spectacular. Whereas like Sony,
yeah, I honestly 100% expected them to save Halo to the end because that's what people came to see.
Yeah.
Literally halfway through the thing, I was just like, oh man, I'm really surprised I didn't just like, all right, where's Halo? Because that's what everybody's gonna be thinking. Where's Halo? Where's Halo? When's Halo? Where's the Halo? And that's where like, all right, let's just get it out in the front so it doesn't just completely cast a shadow on like everything else that we're trying
It also
to
means they were fully confident in what they had to show.
Exactly.
And they are, if you'll notice in their view, they are locked to 60 frames per second for campaign gameplay.
Exactly.
With Series X, which is also a huge announcement. They didn't actually make while they were talking about it.
The only
but
thing,
huge.
this is the, and this is just more like because whether or not I'm gonna get it on Xbox Series X or if I'm gonna play it on my PC, I want to know if I can play, if there's gonna be cross. Because you can't do it with the Halo. Unfortunately, you can't do it with the Halo collection. If I play on PC, I can't connect with somebody on Xbox. Everybody has to be on the same sort of ecosystem.
But a big part of that though is that they're building off of the infrastructure from the early Halo games, because it still basically runs everything on Halo 3 multiplayer, and those were specifically designed with PC separated servers. Whereas, like,
so I'm just hoping
that Halo Infinite will be crossplay.
I'm hoping Halo Infinite will be crossplay.
Which just give generous aim assist to people on Xbox so that the PC people whine.
Well, no, I think they could just do it the way COD does it, where there's like a filter where it's like you can, if you're playing on PC, you're primarily going to play on PC people, but if you're a console player and you want to play against PC people, you can. It's just up to you, or you can play against other console players. It's like you just
institute a handicapping system and give a generous aim assist to console players, and then PC players can't pub stomp.
So
they have to actually take advantage of the aiming abilities.
So
yeah, that's what Fortnite does.
Well, no, Fortnite got fucking shit on because controller became better than the mouse because the auto aim was so oppressively like in favor for fucking.
No, I mean that's awful that they went way too far the other direction. But yeah. That's what you need to do.
It was the was it L2 span? Yeah, it was like L2 span where basically it like auto headlock. Like I saw, I was like, what the fuck is this? How is this like a? And they're like, yeah, this has been for months. And I'm like, holy shit, this is not fucking fun. I only play because my nieces play.
But I mean, this is not fun. Pretty much explains Fortnite. When I shoot somebody, I want them to die. I don't want them to turn into a 3-story building.
I hate the bullet spread on that. It's like instead of like having like a linear kind of like okay how a gun. It's just like shot.
The one thing I will say to Fortnite is that they opened the floodgate to allow cross console play. And
yeah, they forced it.
Which
is good.
So we can thank Fortnite and Epic for that.
No, like I said, Fortnite's a good game. I don't personally enjoy it, but I mean, there's a lot. That's one thing about the Xbox, like this lineup that I feel is really good too, is they have every genre covered. They have your interactive fiction. They have your like quick Twitch play. They have your like fun gimmicky multiplayer phonish games. They have your like cutesy children's games.
No.
They have your hardcore shooters. They have your racers.
I felt
Right,
very.
They have everything in here.
This is a very confident lineup, which is better than I can say for the last few years on Xbox. I'm glad they finally saw the light where it's like, as much as I hate console exclusives and as much as I hate a console war, I mean, I eventually I'm gonna be doing at some point. I'm gonna be doing like a PlayStation 4 exclusive bracket because that's been teased around. Some of the best games I played this generation have been on PlayStation 4, unfortunately. Just Spider-Man was so good. God of War blew my mind away. Couldn't even imagine. I was like, I hated Kratos. I hated him as an icon. I hated him as like, that's like the defining 2000s like bro game, slash him, beat him up, just yelling and just and then
sex for points.
Yeah, it has sex for points, and
like,
then they just
unironically.
Yeah.
Not even the like weird GTA 3 pick up a hooker for health and run over
that was
your
in
money back.
That was in the God of War 2.
God of War.
The first two.
Yeah, the first and 3. It was also in 3.
Funny.
It was in 3 too, because you got to sleep with Aphrodite in 3.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not for points though.
Yeah, not for
you
points.
get bro points, dude. Fucking.
But just to completely turn on its head and just be this adult, serious but yet immersive game.
Fighting fucking
on the other
older
hand,
dude. Oh, it was so funny.
On the other hand, after Spider-Man, you get this long period of like Death Stranding and Loots of Us type games where they all just fall kind of flat.
I will not comment on Last of Us Part 2 because
Loots of Us.
Loots
of Us. Call it by its name. It has a name.
Ghost of Tsushima is fucking awesome too. It's fucking awesome.
Red Dead Redemption Samurai Edition.
It's more than that. It's definitely more than that.
People are saying it's like Tenchu if it was made in the current gen.
Haiku Simulator 2020.
There is a bunch of haikus. I love the haikus. Just like I said, I think with that being said,
bad to say about Ghost of
with
Tsushima,
all that,
everything I've seen, it's amazing.
With that being said, I'm feeling that same vibe for Xbox.
Like 2 bad years of
I'm feeling that same vibe for Xbox. I'm really excited for Medium. I'm really excited for Halo. I'm excited for State of Decay 3. I'm as excited for the Xbox. Psychonauts. I'm excited for Xbox as I am with PlayStation, which is a good thing. It is a good thing.
Yeah, dude. Now we don't have to pretend to be excited about Xbox games. We actually are.
Yeah, I'm exactly.
Excited about Xbox
Well,
games,
Dan, you're the minority.
The main issue with Xbox games. No, I'm sorry. Gears of War 5 was good. Not gonna say it was great. Gears Tactics was fantastic.
Gears Tactics
was. Decay 2 was Game of the Year when it came out.
Okay. We know you're biased. Okay.
By the way,
I was standing at when it came out. That is the only console game I've sunk more than 100 hours in since like the original Nintendo. So,
yeah, I don't know why. I want to bring this up now just to
Microsoft. Yeah.
The longer I think about Final Fantasy VII, the lower my score gets.
God.
It hurts.
Well,
because I gave it like an 8, and I was just like, dude, I don't even know if it's an 8. I don't know if it was just like
it goes down, doesn't it? It just goes down in your head.
It's just like, because I think about, I'm like, dude, do I want to play that? And I just think like, fuck, God, no. Like, I don't. That combat is just so
awful.
Like I just don't want to play that. Like, the characters are cool. Like, I love Barrett.
The story, the voice acting, everything.
Yeah, the voice acting. They're like, yeah, hey, come help my fucking cat or little kid. I'm like, dude, I'll fucking lift a plate up. I'll be like Atlas. And then like the combat is just like, there's just such and then the padding.
Oh, that's a whole other video.
This
Anyways.
is a great video. Or so hard drive. Sorry, they just posted something. Hard drive is basically the onion of video games. Next Halo will include Sun to take care and web slinging ability. They posted it in October 2nd, 2018, and we literally got a grappling hook. Oh, hell yeah.
Another funny
I don't know.
thing.
The grappling hook looks more Legend of Zelda than Spider-Man, but
Legend of
Zelda.
Zelda.
One of the funny things that I saw was like YouTube videos. You occasionally run into them. They're like YouTube videos of like Advanced Force 3 coming out. You know, announcement maybe ? And it's like Mark 2015, and it's just like, bro, it never came.
Never came.
It never came. It's like the same videos that were like about Final Fantasy, like before they announced it, were like when Sony did the tech demo for like PS3 and they had the Final Fantasy 7 intro play, and then people are like, "Is this it? Is it coming?" And it's like, no, not for another fucking 7 years.
You'll notice that one's got a launch date.
Oh, it does.
November
Valhalla?
17th. Oh, it says smart delivery.
Yeah, it's smart.
so
It's all smart delivery.
I just find it funny that one has a launch date when most of the other games don't. But that one's for like all systems, so I guess it makes sense. Like it won't matter if PS5 or Xbox Series, whatever, has dropped at that point, because you'll just get the regular and then upscale smart delivery.
That's like Psychonauts too, where it's like Psychonauts potential. It's like video from like 2015, and I'm like, oh boy, you got a ways to wait. What's that fucking song from Star Sailor and MGS3? Sir, you've got a ways to fall.
I think that's it.
Overall, I liked it.
Yeah, I think overall it was definitely. I'm glad it met, and then like I said, it. For me, I'm not gonna say which one's the best. I think they both met to the same level of expectations. Did I want like, get hype, sponsored by Gatorade, get hype moment? Like I wanted something like that. Yes, of course I always want something like that. I want something just like.
I want Norman Reedus winking at me every time I fucking pan the camera a little to the right.
I always want something that's like truly mind-blowing. Was this mind-blowing? No. It was just good. It was just great. And I think it's because we live in a COVID world. So we should never expect anything to be mind-blowing. Like last year, Cyberpunk reveal, and with that was mind-blowing. Cyberpunk with fucking Keanu Reeves, that was mind-blowing. That was that was fucking amazing.
That was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
You weren't even there, Vic. We were there.
Yeah, we were there. I have to that's what I have to kind of set my expectations for 2020 now, is that because we live in a COVID world, nothing's gonna be mind-blowing. Unless they announce Geno for Smash, and then if that's it, then I'm just going to die.
It's like, for this holiday season, you could buy a PS5, you could buy a Series X, or you could buy the new Super Smash Brothers with all downloadable content for $500. $499.99 plus tax. The price of a new console. Totally worth it.
We'll see. Well, and then
isn't it too early for another Smash Brothers game?
No, they already announced the second pass, so we got another year's worth of new characters, but you will see all that in the coming months here on the Out of Order Show with the On Point podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning on in. Appreciate it. Thank you to my co-hosts, the usual suspects. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Dan, for hanging out, giving your insight. Overall, great experience. Overall, it was just great. I'm glad it was great. Because the first Xbox event was trash. Literal trash.
Well, it's because we all got our hopes up for first-party announcements, even though they said they weren't going to be. It's like all the people who are going to be ranting and raving if there was no information on Lark Heart or, like,
release date or price that you're gonna hear, even though they very clearly said that wasn't gonna be in this.
Yeah. And
I mean, no, I can't say the first one was great. The first one was not even remotely exciting because we knew about almost every game in it already because it was all third-party stuff.
Yeah.
And it was right in the middle of COVID when everything was shutting down. So it was all like Zoom meeting from my house. Look at my cleverly arranged pillows.
Yeah.
Zero production value.
You mean Teams, Dan? It's Teams. They're using Teams, not Zoom.
Webcam.
They're using Teams.
Sorry, Team. ID at Xbox. May never forget 480p webcams.
Oh god, so much webcam. That was another thing too. I'm just glad that the production was a little bit higher this time around. All right, but with all that being said, thank you so much. If you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, thank you. If you're watching later on YouTube, thank you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Trying out this new thing where I'm taking advantage of this free month of Restream where I can stream on my Facebook profile, so we're just giving that a shot. But you guys have been awesome, and we will catch you in the next one, because there's going to be another Xbox announcement, probably with price and details and showing off the next.
That'll be the console announcements.
Yeah, that'll be the console announcements and other announcements. PlayStation, Sony
has an
Nintendo,
August conference that will probably
Ubisoft,
be their
EA,
price and launch date announcements.
all that jazz. You will see us reacting to it, doing coverage for that. So, with that being said, we're out of here. Take care. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, wherever you're at in the world. And like always, be good to one another. In peace. Forever.